Don't just complain because you have the power.
The colorful Youth Day was attended by government officials, foreign dignitaries, religious and cultural leaders. Philip Aguta for UBC News.
Can you tell Muse what the project is about?
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Ginshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning. Eat twice a day. Don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Ginshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
And of course, as we head on to President Yoweri Museveni has awarded a group of distinctive elders inspiring Ugandans due to their contributions to the nation's socio-economic transformation agenda. The exceptional elders were awarded during the National Mentorship Day Awards celebrated and held at State House in Entebbe.
The recipients of the Mentorship Awards 2025 included Dr. Miriam Matembe, Justice James Ogola, Dr. Ian Clark, Dr. Gordon Wavamuno, Mzee Aga Sekalala, Cardinal Emmanuel Wamala, and Professor Frederick Sempewa. Others included Mzee Robert Walimbwa, Mzee William Mukaira, Mr. Elakuna Segane, and Dr. Stephen Ranjezi.
People like Miriam Matembe, who talks about women's issues. Then you get industrialists. Then you get the farmers. Then you get the ones who started schools. Then you get the health workers like Dr. Ian Clark. Then you get the intellectuals, lawyers. So all these are contributing in their, from different angles to their country. This is exactly what we are fighting for. In the years after independence, there was so much intolerance here and threat to life that many of these people ran away. Not only us who were fighters, But even all these people, the industrialists, the intellectuals, they had to run away.
The event brought together student leaders, youth among others, with the aim of inspiring and enabling them to emulate model personalities in the nation. In his speech, President Museveni congratulated the awardees for being recognized because of the great work they have done for Uganda. President Museveni, however, noted that the only challenge for the National Resistance Movement government now is to bring out the core issues of the four principles of patriotism, Pan-Africanism, socio-economic transformation and democracy.
Some people were struggling with the idea of young and old, because the knowledge is first of all cumulative, but also innovative. You get new things, but also the old things. This is part of nature in a new way. So therefore, the young people, nobody should say that everything old must go away. You will be making a very big mistake. But also, the old people should not insist on everything staying the same. Some of the things have to change. Some of the things have to change in order to be rational, to be reasonable.
The Minister for Presidency, Honorable Babirye Mire Babalanda, hailed President Museveni for inviting them to the National Mentorship Day luncheon and noted that the event was not only historic but also symbolic.
Have unwaveringly championed throughout your leadership of patriotism, Pan-Africanism, socio-economic transformation and democracy. As your subordinate troops and direct disciples in your vision of selfless service delivery to the citizens of motherland Uganda, this meeting presents us with a unique opportunity to draw inspiration from your wisdom, guidance, and revolutionary ideas.
On his part, Odrek Rabogo, the patron of the National Mentorship Awards, revealed why the program mainly focuses on awarding elders who have contributed on the development of Uganda.
Where you have a majority of young people, majority of our people are young, you need a base, you need a seedbed, you need raw material, you need the right soil where leaders spring from. And more than positions, I am more concerned about the thinking, because thinking for me is very profound. Elderly people for me, they serve, they retire in silence. Yet they carry with them a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience that needs to be tapped into by the young in order to build better. The second reason I gave and I want to share today with you is that the old have nothing to hide. We can see, we can judge how they made decisions, whether those decisions were helpful, whether they were useful, whether they were not the right decisions, and even avoiding mistakes is mentorship.
Nal Sibawini, reporting for UBC.
Now back to the Youth Day celebrations. A government, through the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development, plans to upscale money put in youth grants to support the majority who are unable to raise money to inject in their businesses. Minister for Gender, Labour and Social Development Betty Amongi says under science and technology, government puts grants that can be accessed by youth who have innovations. They also plan to come up with a clear criteria and information distribution on how these funds are accessed by the youth.
When you look at the population of Uganda, 73% is people below 35 years. So if you have this young population and you know that the world is now being driven by technology, and we have analyzed the participation of youth in technology and realized that the majority of the people who are using phones are youth. Majority of the people who are trading now with the phones through Instagram, through Facebook, delivery is done through phones. Majorly, majority of them are youth. Under science and technology, we have grants that are supposed to support youth who have innovation. They compete and they are given grant to scale up their innovation. But also under UCC Ministry of Education, we are distributing computers in all government-aided secondary schools so that we start computer and technology literacy right from schools. So there are already several programs that are running. What we now need to do is to have a clear criteria, information dissemination, and upscale the amount of money that are put for grants, because majority of the youth are unable to raise capital to start such businesses. So already we are working with the ICT, we are working with the Ministry of Education to have an information hub, and through mobilization and sensitization, make sure all the youth are aware of the programs.
And Uganda has requested us to carry out a technology needs assessment. And we want that technology needs assessment to focus on the technology that youth can easily use, what they can use on their mobile phone easily for market access purposes, what they can use to start micro and small or even medium enterprises here in Uganda, so that we can contribute to the tenfold growth ambition that we have in the National Development Plan 4. We want them to be involved in agro-industrialization. We want them to be involved in tourism. We want them to be involved in minerals, and we want them especially to be involved in science and technology. And we are ready as the United Nations to facilitate access to the latest technology that is inexpensive and actually appropriate to be used here in Uganda.
Now back to Kakumiro. All is set at Nalweyo Primary School grounds in Kakumiro District to receive His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni as he heads back to Kakumiro District on Saturday to commission the second phase of the 4-acre model campaign for Bunyoro sub-region. As Robert Onyango reports, Minister Fred Byamukama has been on ground to finalize the preparations.
With less than 8 hours to the return of President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni to Kakumiro District to launch the second phase of the 4-acre model at Nalweyo Primary School grounds, this Saturday preparations are in high gear.
His Excellency the President came in Bunyoro sub-region last year to launch the first phase of 4-acre model campaign. That was Kakumiro, Chibale, Kagadi and Chikobe. So tomorrow he will be here to launch the second phase after 1 year. The second phase involved Hoima City, Hoima District, Masindi, Kiriandonga and Bulisa.
From kitchen to the stage, performances all set.
Is coming this area to try to teach, especially the youth, to eradicate or reduce poverty.
Here everybody is perfecting what he or she has been assigned to perform.
Tukusaba abantu nywena abanyakuli haihina harayira muyije tujumbira omukoro gunu.
Top on the agenda is the launch of the second phase of the 4-acre model campaign for Bunyoro sub-region by the president.
That 4-acre model is a program to help us eradicate or eliminate poverty within different families in the region. Mostly now, since we are in Kakumiro and the RDC Kakumiro, I'm appealing to all stakeholders to come and receive our president and learn from his message.
Since the president launched here, he found there are those who had enrolled for a model campaign. He found people had copied from me and who had copied from his knowledge. They had started 4-acre model, others doing poultry, others doing fruits like pineapple, piggery, doing cows for zero grazing, and they have got good money. As I speak now, there are those who have become rich.
The State Minister for Works and Transport, Fred Byamukama, is at the center of the preparations.
And we want to thank Minister Fred for having that good heart, because he has led us an example in our district, and we have learned very many things from him.
Byamukama has been a role model because the launching was done in his constituency and he had started it. The president wanted to emphasize the need of emulating from Honorable Byamukama's intervention of the 4-acre model so that it can spread to various places of the region.
Byamukama is working alongside the Prime Minister of Uganda, Robert Nabanja, to ensure a successful launch of the 4-acre model phase 2 in Kakumiro.
You see, in Bunyoro we have good weather and we have fertile lands. You can see even the weather where we are. We are soon receiving rain. So we should use our land to get out of poverty.
As part of the launch, Museveni will also check on successful farmers.
President Kalo Mukashindwa aizirimu emirundi ekuwera baitu wakabataka genda go mukyalo kululaho mu.
The Royal Primary School ground will be the venue where the president will address the general public. Robert Nyango, UBC News.
Now, Ugandan military delegation representing the Chief of Defense Forces, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, visited China's premier peacekeeping training this morning to explore potential cooperation areas in peace support operations, training and capacity building. The delegation was comprised of Major General Felix Busizori, the 4th Division Commander, and Major General Dan Kakono, the Commander Artillery Division. The delegation was taken through various training programs and initiatives at the China facility. The visit to China's peacekeeping training base comes amid strengthened bilateral defense relations between Uganda and China, following the signing of a landmark military cooperation agreement under the auspices of General Kainerugaba and his Chinese counterpart. Now, still in China-Uganda relations, Uganda's Chief Defense Forces and Senior Presidential Advisor of Special Operations, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, held bilateral meetings with Mr. Liu Yuxi, Special Representative of China government on African affairs. The high-level discussion focused on strengthening diplomatic and military ties between the two nations, reflecting the deepening partnership that has evolved over nearly decades. The meeting, which took place at the China Foreign Ministry in Beijing, built upon momentum of General Kainerugaba's earlier engagements in China, including his visit to the China National Aero Technology Import and Export Corporation, CATIC, and the signing of the new defense pact with General Liu Zhenli, Chief of the Joint Staff Department of the China Central Military Commission. Now, the Electoral Commission has officially announced that the presidential campaigns will begin 29 September 2025 after candidates agree on the campaign schedule. Simon Abiabakama, the Electoral Commission chairperson, says that successful candidates will be provided with security for safety. He said this at the unveiling of the proposal of the EC headquarters in Lueza, Lubowa, Wakiso district. We have Ivan Kahwa giving us more.
The Uganda Electoral Commission has unveiled the venue where presidential nominations will take place from the 23rd to 24th September 2025. This site will also serve as the proposed location for the Electoral Commission headquarters located at Lueza in Lubowa, Wakiso district. The site, covering 10 acres of land, currently hosts tents and other temporary structures. Of this, 3.5 acres have been paved, while 2 acres are designated as parking space.
And which will be upgraded after the nominations to look a little more smarter than it is.
Now, this is the first phase of the site development to facilitate the nomination exercise. This same area will be used as a tallying center in January 2026.
The construction of the EC home, as I said, is an indication of the desire to nurture our democracy.
The National Organizing Committee is holding several meetings to ensure that the venue is ready for the nomination exercise.
We want to ensure that everything that is required to make sure the exercise of Tuesday and Wednesday next week is successful goes without any problem.
Campaigns for presidential candidates will officially begin on 29 September 2025, just 4 days after their nominations. The Electoral Commission Chairperson Simon Byabakama has confirmed, while the nomination for members of parliament will take place on the 22nd and 23rd October 2025 in their respective districts.
Because a whole 10 days is too much. Because people who are ready to go, they have been declared the candidates, you say, no, you hold on, no. 29 September, in any case, their constituency is so big, it's the whole country. So we felt we need to adjust that period, and they hit the campaign trail 29th December. Oh no, September. Those who are ready.
Successful candidates will be assigned security for their protection.
The Uganda Police Force and other sister security agencies, we have been at it in terms of preparing for the elections of general elections of 2026.
The Commission shall avail him or her a security vehicle with security personnel to protect him or her on the road and even at home. Others will be deployed at his or her home. He's a VIP.
We shall on Monday give a statement in detail of what exactly will be the expectations of the people on what we want them to follow, right from traffic, security protocols, and every other aspect that touches security.
Minister for Works and Transport, General Katumba Wamala, has called for a peaceful election season.
Let's not antagonize each other because the elections are just a few months. You have had starting 24th this month. By January, it is finished. Why do you hurt your neighbor?
Permanent structures will be built after the elections, with the National Housing and Construction Company serving as the principal developer. Ivan Kahwa, Pauline Ongoyet, UBC News.
Now, in the area of PLU support, hundreds of thousands of Patriotic League Uganda PLU supporters are expected to join President Museveni's campaign rally on his nomination day, scheduled for the 23rd and 24th of September 2025. While addressing the media at the PLU headquarters in Kampala, the PLU Secretary General David Kavanda called upon all members to turn up in large numbers to show support for President Museveni during the nomination.
Representing the chairman of Patriotic League of Uganda, PLOU, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, PLOU Secretary General David Kabanda emphasized the need for solidarity and urged members to gather in big numbers to stand with President Museveni on nomination day.
We have been directed by our chairman, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, wherever you are, be Arua, Bushenyi, Mubende, Chisoro, all our supporters, the supporters of Patriotic League of Uganda, we have to come and accompany our candidate for the presidential elections 2026, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, as he goes and comes back from the nomination.
According to Kabanda, PLIU members will converge at their headquarters on Tuesday, 23rd September 2025 by 9 a.m. before marching to Kololo ceremonial grounds to welcome President Museveni after the nomination exercise.
Patriotic League of Uganda has organized this place. Plot 7 Sadler Lane, Naguru, as a setting a point for all the supporters of the Patriotic League of Uganda. We shall march to Kororo from here by 9 a.m. on Tuesday.
However, PLIU expressed dissatisfaction with the measures put in place by the Independent Electoral Commission regarding the nomination of presidential candidates, though they promised to comply in order to maintain peace.
I am absolutely not comfortable with the measures that have been put by the Independent Electoral Commission. However, as a person that respects the Constitution, who abides by the rules of the game, when you go into a game and the referee says you're not supposed to do this, you have to abide by the rules because he's the one who sets them. Now that he has said you bring 2 cars, we shall abide by the rules.
When asked about managing such a huge crowd marching through the city, Kabanda assured that it will be a peaceful movement coordinated with security. Winnie Ainembabazi Katwire, UBC News in Naguru.
Now, road crashes continue to claim thousands of lives in Uganda every year, with the latest police report indicating that it's over 20,600 road accidents were recorded in 2024, leaving more than 3,500 people dead and close to 13,000 seriously injured. In response, a parliamentary forum on road and water safety has partnered with Rotaract clubs from Mulago, Bukoto and Bweyogedere, Nambole to launch a super lay-fast responder road safety project aimed at saving lives through timely first aid and awareness.
Many of these crashes are attributed to overspeeding, reckless driving, driving under the influence of alcohol, and failure to observe Traffic and Road Safety Act of 2020, which provide clear guidelines on road use. The First Responder Road Safety Project, now in its 3rd year, seeks to empower ordinary road users with first aid skills and distribute protective gear. It has so far trained hundreds in districts like Kadaga, Mukono and other parts of the country, helping victims of road crashes receiving immediate care before reaching health facilities.
Shortness of breath, stroke, burns, tweezers and abdominal trauma. There always are these that are missed from the scene of trauma, and this time round we want to undertake our trainees in this experience to able have a good response to our crash.
Ikeke County MP Robert Kasolo, who officiated at the launch, emphasized the need for unity in tackling road carnage.
We put our hands together to make sure that we really save lives. It can be you, it can be me, it can be a friend, or any other person.
Kasolo also revealed that Parliament is set to debate a motion seeking tax reduction on first aid equipment to make life-saving tools more affordable.
Those kind of necessary requirements needed to save lives, like the bandages and what have you, that they don't pay tax. That if you record it properly, that in this, when you are comparing your returns, because we're now going in if it will be much better, you can say, this one I did help an accident victim, and on your tax bill, you are taken care of.
The presidents of Rotary clubs applauded the collaboration, saying such initiatives will inspire more young people to become protective in saving lives.
Let's be hand on one so that we can do this efficiently to the community.
And we are reaching out to them because even the protection in border is less. Because I can assume most people don't put helmets while on border. And that's why we are reaching out, and we want to do sensitization in the public.
They emphasize the need for strict enforcement of traffic regulations.
The border guys, for them, they don't respect the traffic lights. I feel like the laws are not sufficient enough and more has to be done.
As Uganda battles the rising tide of road accidents, this project stands out as a timely reminder that saving lives begins with the first person on the scene and that safety on the road is everyone's responsibility. Susan Nabogude in Kampala.
Big thing about the MTN Super. Wali yakapia musite wali yakapia. MTN kabo de super mustairo mpia. Then you kabo de smartphone nebi yakabibiona. MTN kabo de super mustairo mpia. Then you kabo de smartphone nebi yakabibiona.
Get the new Kabode Super smartphone and enjoy 16 GB free. Start with a deposit of only 45,000 Uganda shillings and pay the rest in daily installments of less than 1K. You can also make weekly and monthly installments. Together, our vibes are unstoppable. Terms and conditions apply.
MTN.
MTN is regulated by Uganda Communications Commission.
At UNOC, we believe in safety.
Ochikoze mwana, shop is stocked, customers ready. Now it's time for takeoff. So offer them more. Become a Wendy agent today and offer mobile money top-ups, customer service support, utility payments, water, power, pay TV. You're now. Turn your shop into a Wendy agent hub and commissions on every tap and easy access to loans.
That's right. More foot traffic, more sales, more profit, paid instantly. Register free. Call 0800-217-200 or WhatsApp 0707-993-930.
Wendy Wanawoli. Revered as the patrons of the wild, my horn stood tall, announcing my presence among Africa's Big Five. Yet, with all my strength, I struggled to survive. Then Uganda Wildlife Authority gave us something, a safe home at the Ziwa Rhino Sanctuary. And here we begin to thrive again. Today, we are 48 members strong, with 17 cows, ready to take our unique story into the future. This is your lifetime opportunity to name a rhino, and with it, find the conservation efforts that keep our story alive. For more information, visit our website, www.ugandawildlifeauthority.org.
Step into a world of excellence, comfort and pride with Royal Foam Furniture, crafted to perfection right here in Uganda. We bring you state-of-the-art living room furniture and bedding products at affordable prices. Our wide variety of mattresses include orthopedic, pillow top, spring mattresses suitable for institutions like hotels and many others for home comfort. With every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Foam Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Ginger Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukoto Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the first floor.
For 40 years, your trust has been our most valuable investment.
We have turned your savings into investments, delivering returns that grow with you.
We are driven by innovation, defined by convenience. So wherever life takes you, your fund is right there.
Mommy, look.
because we are in the business of changing lives today and shaping tomorrow.
Join us for the 13th annual members meeting.
Happening 22nd September 2025, starting at 9 a.m. live on TV and online, to discover a steadfast performance guided by accountability and built on transparency. Visit www.nssfug.org/AMM 2025 to register your attendance. NSSF, a better life.
Welcome back from that short break as we continue. The first Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for East African Affairs, Rebecca Litwala Kadaga, has reaffirmed her commitment and loyalty to the National Resistance Movement, NRM party. She was speaking to her supporters at the Source of the Nile Agricultural Showground in Jinja.
Hundreds of supporters stand up for the homecoming of the first Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for East African Affairs, Rebecca Litwala Kadaga, in Busoga. At 11:50 a.m., Kadaga arrived at the Amber Court roundabout in Jinja City, but it took her 2 hours to reach Jinja Agricultural Showground, from where she addressed the supporters. During the procession, Kadaga's supporters engaged in a verbal exchange with police after security blocked her entrance from accessing Jinja town. This confrontation took almost 30 minutes.
For an NRM member, this is a homecoming for our Mama Kadaga, coming back from abroad, where she had gone for a rest after the very hectic time that she had during the SEC elections.
All the people from Soga, regardless their party affiliation, Mama Kadaga has acted as a unifier.
Speaking to her supporters at the Source of the Nile Agricultural Showgrounds, Kadaga reaffirmed her commitment and loyalty to the National Resistance Movement NRM party.
Nagitandika ndi mwana muto kulira mu kibiina kya NRM era mwekaali so wairane byaliwo nenda abakoma nti ezitajja kuntola mu kibiina ezitajja kuntola.
The Kamuli District Woman Member of Parliament assured her supporters that she will continue to advocate and lobby for her region to develop despite the challenges that are created by people from the same region.
Uganda. Aye, musonga edo eri okusomozebwa.
Kadaga's footsteps in pioneering development in Busoga are visible and celebrated by many.
Now, President Museveni, under the umbrella of the NRM Pressure Group, mobilizers, has donated over 800,000 passion fruit and 500,000 coffee seedlings, respectively, to Kigezi sub-region for locals to shift from subsistence to commercial agriculture. President Museveni believes that through passion and coffee growing, locals will be elevated from poverty and join the money economy.
Having thoroughly been trained on how to grow passion fruits and coffee, President Museveni has now donated over 800,000 passion fruit and coffee seedlings, respectively, to local farmers of Rubanda, Kavale and Rukiga districts, with a major aim of ensuring that locals diversify from subsistence to commercial agriculture. Museveni made this donation through Passion Focus Uganda Limited, donated under the umbrella of the NRM Pressure Group mobilizers.
Specifically,
we are doing this to engage people in economic activities that help them to move from subsistence agriculture then to commercial agriculture, and then they join the money economy as the country looks at getting into a full middle income nation.
Beneficiary districts are entirely known for growing Irish and sweet potatoes, majority of which are consumed and a few sold out in the local markets. But with this donation, Museveni believes people's incomes will be largely boosted.
Because the president has always been in the core at this project, ensuring that people benefit and then they are able to move from the poverty line.
We are very happy because we don't have any income in Kashambia except we need fruit, passion fruits plus coffee. There are some younger boys who are planting and harvesting about 3 million, 4 million from passion fruits.
While Museveni extended this donation, farmers already in the passion fruit growing are decrying of poor access road transport, their produce and low poor yields due to pests and diseases that have since affected their yields. Experts, however, denied attack of diseases as cause of low yields, arguing that the low yields is brought about by soil infertility.
They have been planting different crops, the same piece of land every season, so the soil is no longer fertile. So people find it as a challenge in acquiring or purchasing fertilizers that would boost the productivity of these passion fruits, because passion fruits are heavy feeders.
Over 20,000 farmers have benefited from this donation, with each estimated to earn at least 1 million Uganda shillings per harvest per season.
And in digital inclusion, Hisense Uganda has teamed up with the Ministry of Education to donate 50 smart television sets to selected government schools. Officiating the handover, the third Deputy Prime Minister Rukia Nakadama said the aim is to increase access to quality education, especially in STEM subjects, by providing students with latest digital resources.
The donation marks a significant milestone in Uganda's digital education transformation, ensuring that Uganda's future generations are equipped with the skills and knowledge needed to thrive in an increasingly digital world. Third Deputy Prime Minister Rukia Nakadama commended the collaboration between Hisense and government.
On behalf of Government of Uganda, as well as the Busoga Consortium for Development, with whom you are partnering to boost digital learning through donation of the 50 television sets as aids to increase access to quality education for all. Because we've been partnering with these people, there are many agreements that we have signed, and it's the reason that today they identified those 50 schools in that region.
Minister of State for Primary Education, Dr. Joyce Moriko Kaducho, acknowledged the positive impact of the donation, particularly as the country seeks to leverage digital technology for learning.
As Government of Uganda, through the Ministry of Education and Sports, we will continue to bridge the gaps that have hindered digital learning, such as infrastructure, cost of access of data, teacher workloads, capacity to afford digital learning, computers and screens, among other infrastructures.
The donation is part of Hisense Uganda's ongoing corporate social responsibility initiatives aimed at supporting education, one of the core areas where the company has been active in Uganda.
I have also asked my son Lele to come connect with his school in China, Daoxiang Lake International School, to organize weekly online lessons in mathematics, science, and art for students here. Additionally, we have arranged for Senyam petrochemical college to offer Chinese language class to the children.
And next year, we announced we are the sponsor of FIFA Club World Cup in US. So really, let's take these opportunities to keep enhancing the brand in the market. And moreover, I think we have mentioned so many pillars, how we can support the brand. But I believe the most important is of you, our customers and dealers and our consumers.
The event climaxed with the official launch of the 116-inch world's largest RGB mini-LED screen in Uganda, known for various specifications, including the cutting-edge AI processing.
The Hisense 116-inch smart screen.
Marinam.
Sent to transport to the wrong person. Here's how to reverse it with MTN Mobile Money. Dial *165#. Select My Account. Select Initiate Reversal. You will see your last 3 transactions. Select the transaction you want to reverse. Enter your mobile money PIN and you'll get an SMS confirmation that the transaction has been blocked from being withdrawn. And that's it. Please note, only transactions that haven't been withdrawn can be reversed.
When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind, welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Aroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Aroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating sauna, steam bath, and a great sky blue swimming pool. For events, our state-of-art conference halls and versatile event spaces are perfect for hosting shows, wedding receptions, birthdays, and more. Come and enjoy our cinema hall and unisex saloon, all designed to meet your entertainment and grooming needs. Bring your family and let your kids splash around in our beautiful kids water park. We are located on Aroa Pakwachi Highway in the heart of Aroa City. Don't wait. Visit us on www.hotelconfidential.com or call us on 0761 688 181.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Genshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules, plant extract, scientific ratio, take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day. Don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Genshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
Now, a high-level delegation from the Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, has inspected the bio-pharma drugs and vaccines manufacturing facility in Matuga, Wakiso district, which was led by Dr. Mosoko Fala, Director of Science and Innovation at the Africa CDC. The team toured the state-of-the-art facility alongside officials from the Ministry of Health and National Authority.
A senior officer in the Office of the President's Minister of Science and Innovations in charge of the pathogen economy, Brenda Nakazwe, applauded bio-pharma for its groundbreaking work, saying the innovations will cut Uganda's dependence on imported medicines, which currently stands at over 99%.
We are pushing the research so that there is a conveyor
You don't want to start on your very good idea, very good medicine, very good diagnostic kit, very good vaccine, only not to have to produce. So the end-to-end that government has decided to do is to reduce this import dependence.
She made the remarks while addressing the Africa CDC team, officials from the Ministry of Health and NDA, bio-pharma staff, and visiting scientists from more than 12 African countries, including Nigeria, Rwanda, Ghana, Tanzania, Cameroon, South Africa, and host Uganda.
So after we've done the research and development, what next? We need to produce in what we call GMP accredited facilities. Therefore, here we are at Day Biopharma to show the rest of Africa that we are able to produce, not just to produce, but actually for export and import substitution.
During the inspection, Dr. Abe from Africa CDC pledged continued support for Day Biopharma to expand access to quality medicines and vaccines and to help reduce death from preventable diseases across the continent.
We've got $1.2 billion from the Gavi AFMA. I am sure DEI will be one of the beneficiaries of the Gavi AFMA. So we need to work together, sit down, and find out the ways how we can access those financing.
Hosting the delegation, Day Biopharma founder Dr. Matthias Magola highlighted ongoing projects including advanced research in vaccines and cancer therapies. He emphasized that the company's innovations aim to make life-saving medicines more affordable and accessible while creating jobs and boosting Uganda's economy.
We are going to wait 40,000 high-paying jobs. Minimum, we want Ugandans to work. Secondly, this is going to support so many other industries, so many. The backward linkage is massive. And I'm inviting you to visit the Kamuli plant, where we are making starch, glucose, fructose, maltose. Is the largest plant on the African continent.
The visit comes as Day Biopharma gains global recognition for biotechnology breakthroughs, including an mRNA universal cancer vaccine and partnerships to scale up vaccine and drug production across Africa.
First product we want to start making here, they are biological products. So that will be able to add our GDP in a manner that nobody has been thinking about in this country. And once the GDP goes up, your country is able to borrow and make for you more roads, more this. And I able to tax us and get more revenue, get more money. If I am employing 40,000 people, I'll be the highest paying taxpayer in this country.
Commissioned in 2021, Day Biopharma is Africa's largest biotechnology and pharmaceutical hub, valued at $2.5 billion, with the capacity to produce up to 1 billion doses of mRNA vaccines annually.
As we all know, Egypt and South Africa are the only vaccine ML3 countries in the world, and DEI Biopharma, we've really done a strong collaboration with them to ensure that we have reliance for vaccine regulatory pathway and approval frameworks.
Officials say the Africa CDC visit marks a major milestone in strengthening health security and advancing the continent's drive towards self-reliance in medicine and healthcare. Sudat Kaye and Vincent Wamundu, UBC News.
And into the world of sports, the Federation of Uganda Football Association's president, Engineer Moses Magogo, has expressed optimism that all 16 teams in Uganda Premier League will embrace the new format, whose first season is scheduled to start on the 26th of September 2025. This was during an engagement with the sports media at La Bonita Spectrum in Kampala.
Football in Uganda has evolved and undergone numerous changes, with the latest being the newly proposed reforms that come with a new format.
So as a federation, in our wisdom, we decided to come up with some reforms. Because there's a Chinese saying that you cannot do something the same way and expect different results. We have been doing things the same way. and definitely we can't expect some different results. So the reforms in the UPL are very big. There are very many. We have decided to bring them in piecemeal as a communication strategy because we did not want to overload you as the media, but also as the public. And the competitions reforms are not only in the Uganda Premier League, they are in all competitions. If you may not have followed, we have already done some changes in the lower league.
The proposal's arrival was met with mixed reactions from some circles, including the media, that questioned glaring inconsistencies, especially lack of sensitization. The media wasn't alone, but in fact behind the queue that was led by clubs and fans that seemed intent in large numbers not to partake of the new format. Consultations between the biggest stakeholders, which are the clubs, continued, with 13 of the 16 Premier League clubs endorsing to be a part. The other three, Vipers, Villa and NEC, didn't wholly embrace the idea and are, according to the FA president, questioning just few clauses, and he's sure they will be part of the league. This has been revealed by the Federation of Uganda Football Association's president Moses Magogo while in a media engagement about the new format at Labonita Spectrum in Kampala. According to the FA president, the new league increases competitiveness, ensures financial sustainability and professionalization of the Uganda Premier League.
In our calculation, we believe that people playing in round 3, a player will be fighting to be man of the match, but also to win. And normally the man of the match comes from the winning side. So it's possible that a player would walk away with 650,000 at the end of the match. And we believe that this is not a lot of money, but it's a motivation for every player to give their best, so that when you win, you're going to be worth the winning.
The new league format, among others, will be phased in rounds, with the first having 16 teams play each other once. After that stage, 2 groups with one for the top 8 and the other for the bottom 8 will form round 2. After this stage, the top 6 will head to group 3 for the round 3 for the championship run-in, and the bottom 6 will go into group 5 for round 3. The teams placed between 7th and 10th will form group 4 for round 3. All round 3 matches will be one-leg fixtures. The teams that finish in the bottom 2 of group 5 positions, 15th and 16th, will be relegated to the FOFA Big League.
And that does bring us to the end of our bulletin. News Tonight at 8. My name is Patricia Lukoma. Mugalu Mohammed has been with us on sign language. Let's meet again at 10 o'clock. Bye-bye.
Inspiring Uganda.
In just over a decade, the smartphone has moved from being a luxury in a few hands to becoming the heartbeat of modern business. From the farmer in the village tracking market prices, to factories streamlining production, to transporters navigating roads in real time. This small device has quietly transformed the way we work, trade and live. In the fields of Uganda, farmers no longer wait for middlemen